Now, we just had our 29th homicide of the year, Sunday night at 6:55 p.m. on the 5500 block of Betty Drive, Sunday night. Now, Metro officers responded to that area and found a 22-year-old male suffering from life-threatening injuries, and they also found a 23-year-old male. He arrived to the hospital in a private vehicle with non-life-threatening injuries, but a 22-year-old victim died at the scene on Betty Drive. Betty Drive is really the southeast side, and this is the second homicide within 24 hours in Savannah. So I don't have a face or a name of the victim that got killed in this latest homicide. As I said again, this is the 29th homicide of Savannah, and any other updates for this case, I'll let y'all know as well. I will definitely put an update as soon as I get a face on this guy. And with all these homicides that are reported on, you would think that Black Lives Matter would step in the way and talk to the community about the homicides, right? Nah, guess what they're doing? They're protesting for the removal of Sheriff John Wilcher after 5 men died in the jail since he took over as a sheriff in April 2016. Now, if you're not familiar with Sheriff John Wilcher, I actually have a video of him when I went to Linda Bryan's foundation for Lawrence Bryan IV, her deceased son. He was there in support of Linda Bryan. But anyways, I have that in the link in the description if you want to check out that video as well. Now, Black Lives Matter started some internet chaos a few months ago when they posted a fake picture of a book cover entitled 101 Ways to Kill Blacks in the Chatham County Jail, and they had a picture of the Sheriff John Wilcher next to Matthew Ajabadi and a KK member and a noose. If you don't know the story about Matthew Ajabadi, he was from Nigeria, and he pretty much got arrested, and he had a mental illness, and pretty much he wasn't taken care for in the Chatham County Jail, and he died in the jail. I haven't made a story for that yet. I'll make a story for that later down on the line, because there's a lot of information that I can tell y'all about that. They made up the false picture, but the Black Lives Matter members said, okay, this is obviously fake. You know, this is something just to not really stir up controversy, but just get people active. And Johnson, the Black Lives Matter leader, he wants to protest for 6 weeks in Savannah, so about 42 days, pretty much a 40+ day protest. And also he says if the protest goes forward, he plans to bring 100 men to the jail for a news conference. Now, obviously, there was some deaths since Sheriff John Wilcher has been in the Chatham County Sheriff's Office. Underneath his rule, I guess you can say, 5 people died in the Chatham County Jail. 3 of those inmates committed suicide, and 2 of those died of natural causes. That's on the report. However, Black Lives Matter members believe that's not enough. They asking Wilcher to resign within 30 days. So about this time next month in November, they want to actually get him resigned, or they'll stick him with 100+ lawsuits. All those are people who are filing lawsuits against Sheriff John Wilcher will be the people that spent the time in the jail cell underneath his reign. Now, since 2001, records show that 46 people have died in the Chatham County Detention Center. Of those, 19 deaths were either suicide or by natural causes. Now, the only thing I can really say about this, and I'm just finish it all out here, is if Black Lives Matter really cared about black people dying in Savannah, they wouldn't be focused on the Chatham County Jail. They'll be focused on the crime in the inner cities in Savannah. I mean, come on, guys. Look at my channel. Every other time I post something, it's a black man getting shot and gunned down. Hell, I just did a story the other day where the guy got killed. I found out at the last minute he got killed on his son's birthday. I mean, there's people in Savannah that are black that are dying younger and younger and younger. This guy that just got killed in this news story that I said earlier, he was 22. I'm older than him. I mean, there's people that's just dying on the streets, man, like just dying left and right whenever there's some type of conflict in the streets, somebody always acts out about it, and it's never always a good situation. And really, also I can say is that if you guys want to go at John Wilcher, that's not the best option you can go against for somebody, because John Wilcher, like I said earlier in the video, he was in full support of Linda Bryan. And Linda Bryan is so proactive in the Savannah community. Anybody that's going against her, I mean, I stand for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's a friend of the family, and she just does so much positive things in the community, and he was definitely in full support of her. I have that video in the link in the description, like I said. And if Black Lives Matter actually wanted to go against people in the Savannah, Chatham County government, they should go against Tony Thomas, the alderman. They should go against a few other people. They should go against a few district attorneys. They should go against some probation officers. If they really want to go against something that meant something as far as causing an impact in Savannah. But causing like fake outrage as far as making a fake book of John Wilcher with a KKK outfit or whatever, if you want to promote that stuff and try to make these false allegations and just promote just this hatred, I can't be with that. I can't be for that. I don't support it, because there's a lot of people in the Savannah community that's looking for answers, and positive answers, not to just to protest for weeks without any solution. So Black Lives Matter, y'all got it wrong this time. But that's all for right now. Any other updates for any other videos that I talked about previously, I'll let y'all know as well, especially this latest homicide victim. And also I have a part 2 to this. Well, not necessarily a part 2, but I'll talk about some of the racial injustices in not only in Savannah but in across the nation, and also about the NFL. A big, huge sponsor might get pulled out from the NFL pretty soon, so I'll talk about that possibly in my next video. But I'll catch y'all later. Stay blessed, Seaport.